Hey, this is Jim Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs. Welcome to my humble shop. I'm doing a project for a fellow racer out of state. I watch his videos, he builds bodies, and I made the tool up, and this is it. And I just tried it out. You're going to see the video of it. I've made one of these before, but I decided to change the way we make it. The ones I made before was a flat piece of aluminum, you grab it, which was a really good idea, but it doesn't have a good handle to it. And I decided that I was going to let this man, Brad, be a guinea pig, and I'm going to send this to him. Basically what it is I machined this handle out. So, sit back, get your popcorn, everything, there's some out, and sit back and enjoy the video, and call your friends, your neighbors, and your dogs. And I hope you like what you see. I'll come back at the end and tell you bye. Okay, I've got a little project I want to do this morning, and I'm going to make something. I've made it before on camera, but I've got some design changes, and so I've got this piece of aluminum in the saw. We're going to saw it. And I'll tell you about it as we go along. What I'm not wanting to do is I'm not wanting to waste I've got a plan, and it'll make a little more sense once I get into it. I won't cut me a 1-inch square, then I'm going to mill everything around the corners up true. Apologize for not turning the camera on. I just forgot it. I just went to work. I love this saw I've made, but sometimes it's just, anytime I can use my vertical, horizontal, and hold it, I will. That's why I cut the first part of this with it, because it's just a little less trouble. Aluminum's not that hard to cut. I just need this 1-inch square piece I'm hoping to make something out of. And it's 3/4 one direction this way and 1 inch this way. And my plan is, you'll see. And I'm going to tell you up front, this probably ain't the best tool for what I'm going to use. However, I've got it in the machine and it's handy. And so that's what we're going to use this morning. And all I'm going to do is true this block up. There's no size to it. I just want 4 good true corners. And since I've got this little mill in, I'll just use it and make a couple step passes. I'm making this up, that this is going to be a project. I'm actually making it up as a gift. And I've got a plan. I'm actually doing something a little different. And I hope this will turn out the way I expect it to. So, just a little simple, run the mill over this aluminum. I know this is not the best cutter, but hey, we're just getting something done, screwed up. I guess you can see with what I've got going on here that we're going to cut a slot. What we're making is a sheet metal, is a tool to put lips in the aluminum. I've made one of these before, but the truth of it is, I didn't like it because it was bulky. It worked, but it was bulky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this thing. I'm going to try 100,000. I'm going to cut this thing out. I'm making 2 different heights of lips. One's 1/2 inch, one's 1/4, and one, as far as the height. Then this will be mounted to aluminum handle. So what I'm doing is I'm going to cut this in at least 1/4 inch deep. So you can grab the aluminum with it And I'm not taking it in one cut. I've learned, so I've done this before. So that's the first one. We're going to go in about 200 and we're going to start another one. And let's take another 100. Then I'm going to go in another 50, roughly, and that's going to be it. I mean, it's not, I'm not going to hit the numbers dead now, I'm just getting them in the neighborhood. And we're going to put one on the other side at about a 1/2 inch slot. All right. Now I'll just turn it over, do the same thing the other side at a 1/2 inch. Okay, now I'm going to drill a hole right down the center. And this hole is for mounting it to the handle. That's a clearance drill for a 1/4 inch screw. A bolt. I'm just going to use a 1/4. I'm probably using a 1/4 Allen screw or something of that nature to bolt this sucker up with. I just sew it bolt to an aluminum handle. There we go. All we got right there. Okay, I'm just using a drill for countersink. I've got my quill drill set, and I'm just gonna, I don't care if the bottom's not flat. So I'm gonna go in there about about 350, so I'll have a little about 100,000 or so. There we go. That's what I need right there. I drilled a quick center hole in it. I just didn't think about I'm going to make a handle. So what I want to do is, this is some of that same aluminum. I'm just going to turn it down because it's, as I said the other day, this is the best kind of material. And what I mean by the best kind of material, its price is right. In case you wasn't watching the other video, I went ahead and put a center in this off camera. Don't look like let me loosen this up. That doesn't look good. Let me set that to this a little better. It's got to look like it's a little bit, but it don't matter. We're going to turn it out anyway, but I just don't like the looks of that. Now, it's a little out of round, but everything's running, so that's good enough. Okay, let me get another tool. All right, let's just whirl down this center line quick and turn this screw. Oh, what we got. Things look like they're moving here, folks. Yeah, that's better. I can put a little more torque on it now. Back this up. We're going to well, let me just turn this and we'll come back. All right, what I've done is right here in this end, I'm cutting it down to match the block, which is just 3/4 thick. And I want it just a little under 3/4 right there, just for appearance sake. Alright. Now I'm going to change to another tool and I'm going to cut a lip in it because I put a countersink that I want this to fit in. And now we're drilling it for a 1/4 28. I've got a lot of quarter 28 screws in stock, so that's why I'm choosing a quarter 28. I'm just going to get a good deep hole in here, and we're going to tap it right on this register. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, see if it'll back out. Oh, there's our quarter 28 hole. Okay, here goes the handle. I think I said in the last video that when I made the mud handles, I really like this tool, and I really like what I did to it. So, yep, that's good right there. One pass does it all. So I really like it. It's a whole lot more stable this way, and does a better job. So I just thought, you know, it was an improvement, well made. And if Mr. Winkies are looking at this thing, I really appreciate the concept of it. It really paid off for me. Okay, now we're going to set up and do a little dressing work here. All we're doing here is cutting a little back relief right here, just to, so when we cut this thing off, do like a little 40 thousandths here, and then we're going to cut this off. That's what that's for, to give us a little hand hold. I'm going to see how that's going to look. I may have to go back in there and redo that a little more. Because I want to, when I cut this thing off, I want to have a little bit of a step. I think that's what I'm going to do right there. Leave out of work. It's going to work nicely. Whoa. Alright, here we go. Stop right there. Put the chamfer on it. Let it loose. I just got aluminum's so bad to gall. And I have used the kerosene or the diesel fuel mix, WD-40, but for knurling and cut off or something, I just worry about gall so much. Alright, all I gotta do now is put her around there and face her off. Okay, now I'm getting a little face cut there. Just to round up and round this off, make it look pretty. That little knot there on the end. There we go. Still got just a bit of one right there. I thought I'm on center better than that. Okay. I'm going to live with that because I don't want to tighten up on that knurl too much. Right here is a piece of aluminum, similar to what we use. It's actually the same thing we use to body race cars. And what this is for is when you got what they call knitting. Now, if they've got a flat surface, I could put it in a brake. So you see like it's curved. I actually tried it out on a flat surface. So you want to, say you want this inside of a wheel well. So you want to make you a 1/4 inch. And see, that's what this is for. You can just turn it, slide it right down in there, bend it over, and it'll break it. Now this is wanting to break it just a little bit, but now you don't have to do it as much as I am. Then you can just, now what we do in our shop is take a hammer This particular one here, this guy's going to use a bead roller to turn them over with. So he may have a little better luck at that. And see, once you bead roll it, it'll work it right out. So we use this for the insides in our shop. I actually can break the aluminum with it. So you see, and then what we do in our shop is, I'll take a hammer here and demonstrate. So you see where this is round, we take a hammer in our shop because we don't have a bead roller. This is what you get. This would be like, this would be a wheel well in a race car. And I'm doing this for a guy that said he didn't have a tool, he was using something else to make the initial bends. So I think the quarter will work good for him. That gives you a good little 1/4 inch bead. So there we go. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the video of this little tool. It's fairly simple machining, and they work really well. I got a 1/2 inch side, which may not be as practical, but I know the 1/4 will work. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is a copyright production of James Dedman Saw Logs Plastic Hubs. I made this in 2 pieces because I wanted this to be square, and then I rounded this here. And I'm kind of tickled the way it turned out. There's a little bit, for some reason my centering ain't as perfect as it ought to be, but you know, this is a tool. We'll see how it goes and see how it works out. Hey, I'm glad you stopped by. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next video. I've got some slop out there for us, and I've been in the shop making little stuff, and this is just one of them. So till that next video, you all have a great, wonderful day, and we'll see you later.